Hey guys, Riley the Nerd here. Today, we are in a new space. Now, if you're wondering what is with this backdrop here, I am actually in my dad's hobby room right now. He let me use this space because the review table that I usually do things on there, the sheets that I use for the backdrops, we cannot, I could not connect it to the back of the thing to make it higher up. To make it look, because if you notice in some of the taller figure reviews, you notice that the top of the sheet doesn't go all the way up. So this is basically the new setup, basically where I'm going to do larger figure reviews. My old review table will still be a thing, or my new review table will still be a thing, but this is just where I'm going to do taller and bigger figures. That one is just for some smaller figures, so we're doing this run right now. So, today we're going to be taking a look at... oops, you can't really see me frame though. Bam! So, we are actually doing a couple of figures. So, we're doing 3 figures in one review. So, you notice that I have some pretty good figures here. I have... kind of set them up there. He doesn't like to stand on this thing, so he's gonna lay down there. So today we're gonna be taking a look at, actually let's just make him look like he's eating him. Nice. So today we're gonna be taking a look at the Carnotaurus, the Indoraptor, and the Ceratosaurus from the Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom toy line. So if you notice, I have actually taken a look at only 2 from this line. I've only taken out 2, which was the Herosaurus, which was the smaller one. So, and the Baryonyx. He accidentally bought my camera. I've only taken a look at 2. These 2 right here. But I've never actually taken a look at these 3. Which is kind of weird. I don't know why. Maybe because it was back then when I wasn't doing YouTube, like, all the time. Like, posting videos all the time. So, yeah, I think that we're doing 3 figures in one review. So, how interesting is that? So, we're not going to be taking a look at. So, today, we're actually going to be taking a look at 3, obviously, but we're just going to take a look at the Carnotaurus first. So here is the Carnotaurus. He's a very big boy. He's also very long. So, very long. He doesn't even fit in the frame, so... yeah, he's very long. He doesn't even fit in the frame. That's how long he is. So, here he is. I got this guy actually at Walmart. So, this was when everybody was getting super hyped for Fallen Kingdom, including me. And I just had to get this guy because I just love Carnotaurus. Carnotaurus is one of my favorite dinosaurs. So I literally had to get this guy. So here he is. So he's very large, like I said before. The coloring is a little bit off in the film. He was more darker, but I think that they captured the likeness of the dinosaur very well. As you noticed, he's very dense. There's no paint chipping. I've had this figure for a pretty long time. So it was right around when Fallen Kingdom came out. So that was 2018, 2019, I believe. I think it was 2018. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, please. So he's very old, but he has no paint chipping at him whatsoever. So I've taken good care of this figure like I always do. But, so here he is. Let's just take a look at the details. The details on this guy are very nice. As I said before, the skin coloring is a little bit off, but that's not too bad for me. And also the skin, warping on certain places, like right here, and even the tail over here. And then you have, the skin underneath his belly there. And you also have some of the skin on his neck there, which is very awesome. Very nice. I do like it. Let me just kind of turn it up. He's so big that gonna have to do this, but his horns are very nice. I wish they were just painted just a different color, maybe like the teeth color or anything, but you know, whatever. It doesn't really bother me that much, but and also his little arms here, on camera they kind of look out of place, but in person they don't look out of place. And the only paint chip that I could find is actually on the bottom of the feet, and then you see the little scan code there, so scan if you want that in your game. And you have the little Jurassic World or Jurassic Park logo on the bottom. So the only paint chipping is at the bottom of the toenails, but that's pretty much it. Everything else is very nice. But, so yeah, the action feature on this guy is that there's a little button right here, and he chomps. So that's very nice. It's very smooth, so you can go very slowly. So, I might do a stop motion with these guys. Probably not. Because, I don't really know. And also, I'm not really, if you notice that my voice kind of gets a little bit louder over here and a little bit over here, is because I can't really sit, because I literally have to stand up, because if I just take a chair, it's going to be a mess. So, but for articulation, like I said before, the action feature here, so you got like 1, 2, and then 3, like maybe 3 action features there. Like all 3 motions working together. So, and then for his little feet, well, not his feet, but his little hands here, they're just on a hinge joint, and they can also kind of move in and out just a tiny bit. I thought they would be on a ball joint, but they're not. And the tail here, it is actually on a ball joint, so you can get some different poses, and also it's very stiff, so that thing won't be like being loose anytime soon. So, very nice. It's very stiff as well, even though how old it is. And then for the legs here, they can move in and out. And then the feet here, they're on the calf is actually on a swivel. The calf is actually on a swivel there. So if you're having balancing issues, you can actually turn it to make it look like it's there. But it kind of totally breaks the sculpt like that. So I just keep it like that. He stands perfectly well on his own anyway. But, you know, whatever. So that's the Carnotaurus. Now we're moving on to the Ceratosaurus. So here is the Ceratosaurus. Very smaller dinosaur figure. Very smaller. But other than the Carnotaurus, they never actually featured this guy in the actual Fallen Kingdom movie. He was mostly in Jurassic Park 3 for like 2 scenes. Actually, just 1 scene. But he's part of the Roarivores line, just like the Baryonyx here. So the Baryonyx are Roarivores, and these guys are Roarivores because when you press the button on their back, it makes sounds. So Roarivores. So he makes different sounds, pretty nice. And then you click it one more time. And that was a T-Rex, I don't know why. So nice. So, Ceratosaurus is also one of my favorite dinosaurs because it's actually Blueberry. And if you don't know who Blueberry is, he's actually my mascot. I don't make Blueberry videos anymore, but he's still around. So that's what Blueberry is. He's Ceratosaurus. But, and if it kind of looks like, if he kind of looks like that, he kind of looks like he's, like, sticking his tongue out. I don't really like that very well. But for articulation, it's actually very, limited. Just basically like everything. So, right here, he has a very tight hinge joint, a rotation, and that's it for the arms. And there's no painted toenails at all. The Carnotaurus actually has painted stuff, so I don't know why they kind of skipped out on this. But, and then his tail here is literally just on a swivel, and that just totally breaks the sculpt, other than the Carnotaurus where it's on a ball joint and you can move it to your heart's content. But this, it's just literally on a swivel, and I don't really like that all that much. For the legs here, it's basically the exact same thing, but with no calf swivel, so just in and out. No basic stuff. So, very nice. The paint job, I can't be too hard on it because it is very nice, and also because that's how he looked in the Jurassic Park 3 film, so I can't be too mad. But yeah, that's basically it for the articulation. But you know, whatever. Now for the final one, it is actually the Indoraptor. Now, I should have done a review on this guy a long time ago, but I didn't for some reason, because I'm a freaking idiot, because, so, I just didn't really, I didn't really, like, let me just, make it look, he's crouching so you can actually see it, but he's actually probably, like, one of the action figures that are actually action figures that I've taken a look at. Like the Transformers, they're technically action figures, but they don't have a lot of articulation than this guy. This guy has a lot of articulation, and he's very good for stop motion stuff. So, I might do a stop motion mostly on him, because if you noticed, the other dinosaur figures that we have taken a look at, they don't really have much articulation. But this guy, he has so much joints that it's basically impossible for me not to do it. But hey, maybe in the future I'll do it. But right now, we're just going to take a look at this guy. So, here he is. He's very, very nice. I love the painting. There's really no painting. The painting is just like the gold stripes, his teeth, his tongue, and his eyes. Those are the only things that are painted. But I wish that in the film he had a little bit more screen time. But you know, he is supposed to be like highly intelligent, but he just runs around in hallways for a few seconds. But like maybe he could have been introduced a little bit earlier into the film and then escapes. But you know, whatever. I guess we can't really change it. By the way, on the side here, he did have a card. I have it right here. It's a card right here. So it's basically like the Dino Ravels. So here's the Baryonyx one. So Roarvors and Dino Ravels are basically the same thing, but right here. So here's the Baryonyx if you want to look at that very beautiful artwork. So very nice. And then we have the Indoraptor there. Very nice. So it's supposed to be like a card game, I guess, but I don't really care. I just want my action figures, so whatever. But I'm going to keep them because I just like the artwork on them. So let's look at the articulation. Well, actually on the details. The details on here, they're very nice. Especially the quills. I do like the quills. They are also made out of soft rubber. But I have not experienced any breakage on the spines, even though how old he is. So, I don't know if you guys, I don't know if you can get this guy still. I'm pretty sure you can, but I got this guy at Toys R Us a couple of years ago, and I was really concerned about the spines because I thought that later on the spines might get damaged or broken off because the quills, they're not very stiff. The quills on his head, they're not very stiff, but the ones on here, they're very nice. But if I really try and be an asshole, it would break off, but I'm not going to do that. But anyway, let's look at the articulation. There's not much details to go around, but articulation on this guy, he is very good at articulation. So at the head, you have a ball joint at the head, and the jaw can open and close. I wish it can close all the way, but it just kind of leaves it open, but it doesn't really bother me. And then the neck is also on a ball joint, so you know he can look up that far and down that far. So, and then for the arms here, he has a hinge joint at the arm, rotation at the arm as well, bend at the elbow, and a hinge joint at the wrist, and also a swivel. So very nice. And his hands are also made out of soft rubber, but everything else is premium plastic. So you don't have to worry about paint chipping at all, because there is basically no paint chipping on basically any paint on him. And also if you do have like paint chipping, you won't worry about paint chipping because barely there's any paint, and also because it's very durable. So, and then for the legs here, he can kick that far and move back that far, and then he also has a bend at the knee, a very limited bend at the knee. And then you also have a bend at the mid-calf joint, and there's no swivel, but there is a swivel at the actual bend right here, and there's no calf swivel here. So, and then he does have a decent spread, nothing too exception, and then the tail here is very nice. It has 2 points of articulation. It has a ball joint here, and has a ball joint here, and the end is just soft rubber. So, and also he's very tall. He's a very tall guy. If you stand him up like so, he's very tall. So, I guess that very tall. He's a very tall boy. Let me just compare him to the Herosaurus here. Very small, but there he is. So, you know, that's pretty much it for this review, guys. I hope that you guys enjoy this kind of triple review. So, you know, very nice. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. So, bye guys.